Hello and happy Thursday, and welcome to another week of Caitlin's Music City Skinny. Clearly a very professionally done sign. I am pretty excited about today. The reason why I'm doing this super early is because my brokerage is actually holding a summit today for all of us agents across like the Southeast. They have real estate coach Jared James showing up today to speak, and they have a couple other head speakers. And so not only is it a really great opportunity to just continue to learn and grow my craft, but it's also a really great networking opportunity to meet other agents from other towns and states. So I am super excited about it, but it's going to be all day long, and I don't know when I was going to get a break, so I just decided, you know what, let's just roll with it today. And so while most people are probably busy, you can catch the replay. Now, another thing, I thought about this, as I'm trying to plan out my content. Next week, I am so excited because I am actually going back to California because I'm a part of a real estate coaching program, and I am super excited because I'm going back to California next week. I'm going to be there for like 4 days, going to be really intensive. Learning and growing, and I'm super excited about it. But that also means that, again, my schedule next Thursday is going to be a little wonky. So I thought it'd be fun, instead of doing like my normal planned content for my Music City Skinny next week, I figured I would go ahead and just kind of do sort of a mystery topic. Whatever like I'm learning, I feel like that would be a great opportunity next Thursday when we get a break from Summit to just hop on here and be able to talk about it. So, what are we talking about today? Well, you get an offer accepted, then what happens? This is like a really, really exciting time, but especially if you're a first-time home buyer, it can be a little bit of a confusing time. So I'm gonna walk you through 4 quick steps. There are others in there, but these are kind of the highlights. And of course, like when you're going through the process, if you're working with me, I love to educate my buyers throughout the entire process so they know what to expect. But if you ever have questions, please don't hesitate to reach out, because I feel like knowledge is power, and the more you know and understand about the process, the better off it is. So step 1, after you get your offer accepted, the biggest thing to do first is going to be to celebrate. I am a big believer in celebrating wins big and small, and so getting your offer accepted is a really exciting step, and it can be easy to blow right past it and be like, we got to go, immediately start the next thing. But I think it's really important to just go ahead and celebrate your win. Number 2, contact your lender. Now, once you go under contract, it's going to be really important that we actually get that loan to close. So the first, after you celebrate, we're going to be contacting the lender, getting them all the documentation they need. Hopefully if you're working with me, you've already gotten the pre-approval. So then we just continue the process. I or your agent will be able to send them over the contract so that they can get the ball rolling on their end. Then after you do that, step 3 is going to be you're going to submit your earnest money. And this is a really big thing. The earnest money is basically good faith money. You are sending your money in to typically this listing agent's brokerage. Sometimes I've seen it done, and I've had it done actually where it's held by your title company, but typically it goes to the listing. So you're going to submit that earnest money because that is just money that's letting people know that you are serious about making this purchase, and it's basically like a security deposit. Think of it like that. And so typically you have a certain number of days to get that earnest money wired in, and it's typically between 1% and 3% of the total purchase price. So, let's do easy math because it's early in the morning. So if you're buying something for, $100,000, it's going to be $1,000 earnest money deposit. And of course, the higher the price, the higher the earnest money. And then the last step that I'm going to go over today is going to be get your home inspection done. Now, this is a really big thing, and people can say, especially with new construction, they can say, I don't need it. It's a brand new home. There's nothing wrong with it. But regardless whether it's an existing home or a new construction, I always recommend to do a home inspection, because sometimes, especially with new construction, builders can kind of get rushed to close the home and move on to the next. And so not that they purposefully miss anything, but sometimes that does happen. Like when I bought my first townhome, I walked in one day to take a look at it, and there was like a big wet spot in the ceiling, and they had to cut it out and fix it. And it wasn't, you know, I'm not knocking on the builder. It's just those things happen. And so it's always great to have a home inspection so you know what you're walking into, because sometimes they can find problems that are not readily seeable. And it's going to let you know whether this is still a good purchase. You know, if they find something like a huge structural issue that's going to cost you tens of thousands of dollars, you know, you may decide this isn't the home, and then we got to go back to the drawing board and find you one. So always recommend a home inspection. If you're wondering about good home inspectors, I always have a list of several that you can choose from, call. But with the home inspection, we typically have, again, another certain amount of days within when we need to get the home inspection done. It's typically 10 to 15 days, and then you go into where you negotiate your repairs, which is your resolution period. So all of this happens, like once you go under contract, there are still several deadlines you have to meet in order to actually get you to the closing table and to close on time. But that is not something that you should have to worry about. That is something that I, the agent, or your agent takes on just to make sure that everything continues to move smoothly, and you'll just get the directions of when we need to do things and what to do. So again, that is all I've got for you today. Again, next week I'm going to be in California, so it's going to be a surprise topic. I'm super excited about it. Anytime that I get an opportunity to go and learn, and just like better myself, better my business, better my craft, I eat it up. I am a huge Rachel Hollis fan, and actually right now I know I'm competing with Rach and Dave's typical Instagram, Facebook live time. So I love everything she talks about and how you're always trying to level up, and so that's what I get to do, being a part of the coaching program. And so I'm just very excited to be able to go and learn and then bring everything that I learn back to my clients. And actually, you know what? We've made it through an episode today with no Astro Man appearance. He's actually being a very sweet boy and taking a nap right now. So that is all I have for you guys today. I hope everyone has a wonderful Thursday and a fabulous weekend, and I will see you next time.